Hey folks, welcome back. Sorry about yesterday. I'm trying to pin down what exactly gives me illness. And I think I've managed to resolve the tech issues at least. A small amount of them may have been user error. I swear I understand computers. I definitely didn't uh, I definitely didn't bind one of my shortcuts that does this to completely the completely the wrong place. But I'm here now. Let's get the music on and I will bring up my images. That's that there. That's the board. That's the facial structure. And I have, through direction given, reshaped things. And I enjoy this. But we've got a face to draw and I have to figure out lips again. Lips. Lips at a slightly low angle as well. And eyes and such, but yeah. That's okay. No, that's not right. I have to follow this line. And we're looking at a fairly wide. God, just do the same shape all over again. Um, hmm. Hey Don, how's it going? That is that is a Marin emote. Oh, that's unexpectedly adorable from her channel. Stressed out but alive. That. Well, that sounds like all of us. Well, you I think you mentioned. I think you mentioned. You at least you alluded to some of your concerns recently. So I'm at least doing. I'm not doing as bad as I could. I'm being forced to move next year, pretty much. Ooh. Hope it's not. Is it just Is it just like cost of living and such, or obviously don't say anything you don't want to be, and don't say anything uh, too revealing or anything you don't want to say. But uh, mm, yeah, that's being forced to move. My family plans on selling the house I currently live in. That's shit. That's shitty. Um, mm, Good luck on finding a better place then. I'm I'm not in any position to move anywhere myself, anywhere in the world really. was looking at getting a work visa and buying an abandoned house in Japan because houses there are really cheap. Okay, buying an abandoned house. First off, you've had this pointed out to you before, I think, but do keep in mind the work ethic over there. It is especially, and as I understand, there can be some issues with foreigners still. Though I don't know, although I think that may be or local, not sure. Yeah, be careful about that. And if you're buying an abandoned house, remember there are renovation costs for making things livable. For even like necessities, it's not going to be. Imagine getting a two-story house for £2,700. You sound like my mother, and I don't mean that in a good way. Imagine getting a project for about £2,500, and then having to spend another £500,000. Like, you have to remember the costs associated with actually fixing something up. Just keep that kind of thing in mind. Like honestly, I'd suggest like a trip to Japan, um, for a length to tell, but that would make the money situation even worse. Like, if that's the amount of money you're considering, you're hoping to get a house for, I doubt an extended stay there is an alternative option. Like, X, seriously, best of luck if you do go. I'm not trying to beat down anyone's plans, but there's a lot to think about when moving countries. So space, there we go. Yeah, I figured, I figured that would be the case. It's a pity because I had heard, at least for a while, that Canada was a fairly nice place. It's just, yeah, it's of course the the sought after places are the expensive ones. Right. Okay. It's pretty expensive. Oh yeah, Canadian. Both. It's been such a long time since it came out term that I've actually forgotten you were Canadian. If I go with my family to Thailand, my job prospects there are even more bleak. I wouldn't even know where to start with Thailand. Yes. Hello, term. Been a bit since you were able to. Been a bit since I've seen you in here. God, it's with. And just since you're both since you're both here, have the in progress of a snappily dressed slime girl. Return to my town line works out to about 13, almost 1400 a month. Fucking. That's atrocious. Lots of buttons. Yep, lots of buttons ready to pop. Uh, Slap is looking sure. Slap used improvised weapon, improvised weapon buttons. Hey, I mean, there is a there is a technique to make them to make a weapon that size do as much damage as, say, a glaive. And I mean, in the Corwin household, it's I wouldn't even say it's improvised. At a certain point, it's just at a certain point, it's just an exotic weapon. Just turn that down, then try this again. Okay. Place I found is in fantastic condition and near a major city in its prefecture. I'm curious as to why it may have been abandoned. Spirit guides the flicker a candle, heal us. Okay. Well, the Japanese houses don't have much value, as younger people there prefer to buy new instead of older stuff. Okay. Well, I will. I will cede in. I'll cede to the one who was actually researching to go there. So, Ginger, hey, it's going. It's going better than it was yesterday. I'm not feeling ill at the moment. I am trying to figure out how to make an eye look right, though. It ain't going well. Ugh. Things are going well on your end too. Condense that there. And go slice that down there. Curve it a bit more steeply. Hmm. The Kia are usually created when an elderly homeowner passes away with no one to inherit it, or the owner skips town on taxes and the bank reclaims it. Some are in rougher shape than others, but if you've got an eye for DIY, it can be super affordable. Well, I guess I I do not. So tradesperson, the only thing I can see that needs replacing is some old ceiling tiles. Yeah, that's. Guess that is. I guess that's not much to do at the end of it. Again, just be just be careful. Be mindful of what you might end up getting, and what you might end up getting into, and culturally and such, because it is a very different uh, thing over there. Okay, kind of works. Mm. The prefecture it's in, Fukushima, even has monetary incentives to have people move there. Which is fine if it works, really. That's like I said, I'm not trying to necessarily chase off. I'm just being possibly overly cautious, but I am. See, the thing I'm mainly saying to consider is but the main thing that would be of concern to me is um the main thing for me is just to consider the cultural thing, because that's a pretty big thing to keep in mind. Um, the different is quickly becoming luxury. I'm struggling to afford. There's always it's always affordable to be cautious. It doesn't necessarily mean being cautious doesn't necessarily mean don't go here. It just means be as well informed as you can um, about what you'll face as a foreigner moving into Japan. Like I said, good luck with the choices you make. I am only pointing out. All I'm doing is pointing out the concerns as I see them. Oh, they're listening. Place about the thing about buying homes comes on. below the line. Press the tab strike again. No, we are current. It's probably conspiratorial to think it's related, but I don't know. It does feel appropriate given that I am currently talking about. Don and I are currently talking about the housing market uh, and such, and then we get an ad about the housing market. Just you know. Mm. Well, if I do move there, I'll be a representative for my friend's companies. He wants to move into expat real estate there. Mm. It does sound like you've got things going on to get you on. I think it sounds like you are, as you say, putting in the work. Ow. No. It's put in the work or go homeless in Canada during the winter, which is essentially a death sentence. Oh, God. Yeah. I mean, strictly speaking, it's not the whole work within the work or go homeless, but like there are like one could be going about this with a much more stupid mindset, essentially. So it is good that you are taking the time to figure out what you're going to be actually tackling. Could say I'm very motivated. That I can say. Yes. Mm. That's right. Mm. Those will probably have to give up all microbes, which is devastating to me mentally. God, yeah, that's. I suppose just trying to. Just because of the whole getting them over. I suppose. It's that's a big deal. Mm. Hey, Terminus believes in you. Mm. Term believes in you, and Term doesn't believe in anyone. I'm God. Okay, no, that's not working. Hmm. Back to that. Oh, this is peak humor. It's fine. Mocking chat and chat mocking me when they remember to. No, tell you what, because as an apology, if I can remember which one this is, there you go. Ah, God, everything clicked. God damn, I swear this outfit makes me wider. This outfit 100% makes me wider. Oh, God. Firing up Terminus. Down, boy, down. Oh, oh no, God. The Mar- the Marin ones are just horrible. They're great, but they're horrible. Oh man, there is an outfit that I there well, actually no, the outfits are all fine, but there is a form that I just can't I just don't think I should show you. It's not safe, is it? Actually, it technically is safe. I have my channel is set to 18 plus. All those emotes. Yeah, that's Marin's emotes for you. God, I shouldn't have done it like that. Yeah, that's Marin's emotes for you. They are scary as shit. This right. Okay. To get cube, nerd. This truly is emote only, chat. Um, this means I need to unfortunately do Not the bees. It's not the bees Minecraft edition. Wait, I know the. I know the. Oh no, that's not meant to be that. I need to grab that. And it's fine. It's fine, Term. I have a solution. I have a solution. There is a counter. There is a counter to cubes. Orb. 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 I. It's that It's the chipmunk thing. It's like, so would you like a bag? How are you? No. How are you planning to carry these acorns home? Mouth. Excuse me? Mouth. Oh. Let's bring that up to there a little. It's look as long as look, I'm unaffiliated and don't have channel points, so unfortunately I cannot make this a redeem. God, that doesn't look right. Did that the wrong way around. I don't know what you're talking about. There is absolutely nothing untoward going on here. This is a this is a I cannot believe you would make such accusations on this Christian stream. This stream that is so Christian, I've practically stopped saying the words thank God, just out of habit. Sure, I'm glad you understand. I am being sent lewd things by people, by friends. Just don't make a sound. We walk feet on solid ground. Mm. This ain't looking right. What am I doing here? Something like this gets stuck each time. This one might work. I'll, oh, no. I mean to press that button. I meant to go back to here. Pumpkin surprise. You, you quick, you put the pumpkin on your head and the Enderman don't get you. Yes, I didn't mean to show that one, but, yeah. That'll just be my channel advert, won't it? God, what the fuck am I drawing? Okay, I think it's time to bring you back. Just got in my mind. Dark sky. So it's in my mind. Outside waiting all the time. Sing for me. Nice. Incidentally, I it sorry, it's I've got next to me at the moment a book, simply known as The Dwarves. One of I think the first in a series of four, and I've only ever read the first one. Um, and it's it's kind of wonderful because the first time a dwarven woman is introduced in it, the and it's only ever mentioned once, especially because the protagonist has never met one. And they're definitely described with a certain. They're definitely described as having quite distinctly a fullness of figure. So I'm glad that Marcus Heights understands. He gets it. Okay. It just doesn't look. There. I I'm not sure if I could get away with the full size in my channel trailer. Like it's one of several things that are kind of definitely kind of risky to put too visibly public. Every time that turns into a moustache at the start. Then we go. God, that needs to be slimmer of. Leave the skin. Rinse. Being focused on trying to find a decent reference. God, some of these ones are just, some of these reference images are just cursed. It one of them was getting very close to being that one of Pac-Man, kind of just Pac-Man's jaw unfurling, and okay, this one might be useful. Okay. Try with a slightly improved angle. No, needs to be. go on forever. Just this is probably my longest favorite song in terms of the favorite I've had for the longest. Anthem of the Angels, Breaking Benjamin. Liked this song for God, 14 years now. Yeah, about that. Okay. Breaking Benjamin is a band I haven't listened to in a while, but they're solid. Yeah. It there are a couple of issues I have, but it's mostly that at this point, it's mostly that their songs remind me of a time when I was younger and dumber. Um, so it's like while this song remains one of my favorites, uh, I discovered them via Bleach MVs. Oh no. Yes, I think you most definitely do understand then. Oh, yeah, that is a that is the anime AMVs. That is that that's some emotional damage right there. Same thing with Linkin Park actually, but no to AMVs. I don't remember where I think okay, I don't think I discovered Linkin Park via AMVs. I discovered it as um background music for a Stickman animation. Fucking neuron activation on that one, just fighting to figure out what my words were. Now I'm steeped in nostalgia for the olden days of mid 2000s. Mine was late 2000s for me. Um, but yes, same vibe. popping in while work is dead and waiting on food. Hey, Phil. I'm desperately trying to figure out our mouths again. It'll all look weird until the eyes are in. God, I got the right layer. Just to there. I think it's like. Yeah. Apparently can't link your internet not good enough for stream. So right, I'll send things your way. Oops. Yeah, good luck. Right. My brain can only focus on like half a thing at a time. Just throw it deep in the sea. That does actually make things like it's really weird how small details make things look a lot better. Like just the teeth make that mouth look a lot more convincing to me. Still don't entirely believe it, but it's better. Yeah. 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 Mm. Hey, term. Um, let's see. Pick a number between 1 and 4. Number between 1 and 4. 3. Okay. Unfortunately, you got one that hides the booba. No takebacks. Man, the tablet layer's off on that one. Still, yes. This is one of the two holiday outfits. but it won't actually be. It's not like there's much like I've got much reason to hide them. They're cool. Mhm. Yes, we should have. God, terrifying. Um, Damn, that was a really good circle. It took me 10 tries, but it's a really good circle. I need to grab that just so I can. Shit, that's not right. Oh, it might not be sticking very much longer, sadly. The snow is starting again, and that tends to throw the internet off. If the snow takes you, if it snows, it snows. Um, it's all right. You are already you're already one of my more present supporters anyway, and like it's fine. Yeah. Okay, let's remove this. Like, if you must go, if you must seek shelter, then seek shelter. Ah, that eye isn't. God. No. grateful for as long as you were able to offer. It's always nice to have someone to talk to. That's not what has to attach merged when I do that. I know it's merged. I merged it. Okay. It always takes me a little while, but this is looking good. Just something there. There we go. So if you may or may not have noticed already the drippy ear, which one of the first indicators that this woman is not what she seems. Fancy goop, yes. Well dressed, snappily dressed goop. Now, that's, yep, that's already looking better. Now, if I do the same at the bottom, the sad thing about this is that I'm not going to see this character again. I really like this one. So we want to. So there. This character is called Rose and plays into that aesthetic, and is the slime. But only we won't. We don't want too much of it to be. We don't want it to be too in on the slime look. So I want to do some various little features that kind of show it without being egregious, and I need to figure out ways to fit the Rose aesthetic in. Ooh. I think I know what I could do. First, the eyebrows just be normal. To my coffin, it's not an option. God, God, give me the eraser back. That's weird. Oh right, because they were forgetting my own plans here. You know what? Oh no, wrong one. one that accidentally, because of the shading, turns out to feel a whole lot bigger. Complete. Actions don't seem so clean. Out there pulling the strings. To see utility of the brave. Actions don't seem so clean. It's a good song. Everything You Hate by Project Vela. Oh, okay. Keeps me motivated to slow down. It's the thing for me is this kind of music is the stuff I relax to. It's fairly energetic, but it's nice. But it's just like it's comfort music. Lets me dive into my imagination. Never Let Her Go. Yes. I like that. I like I like that. Rose Peoples. Get away, stardust. Stay. You are perfect, perfect in my mind. Whew. That's more it's nice that I'm kind of getting better at drawing roses, given that they are a staple of the court. You would hope that I'd be good at them, but shedding hairs into my jumper. To rotate this all a little bit further. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. It's taken me a bit, but I'm actually happy with this bit. What else we got? So we got this hand. We need the hair. Yeah, we'll be fine. Yeah, so okay, so the two things I've got left to do are the hair and the hand, and then it's just the color and well, then it's just making sure that the slime stuff is obvious, and making sure that um then making sure that making sure it's got all the nice like rose aesthetic stuff I can figure out to squeeze in, making it look slimy enough, and color. Color is color is always the quickest stage, more or less, especially on a piece like this. A little bit slower nowadays, given that I've slightly adjusted my method, but okay. That's that, so we don't need that anymore. I'm going to slide this bit over just a little, even up the eyebrows. Mm-mm. Now the hair, which means I'm going to need this back up in front of that image. This one. Hey, and this is the death battle music for All Might and Rock Lee. Or no, the guy Rock Lee likes. Can't remember his name. I've never watched Naruto. Yes, right. Yes, of course, of course. That's why they were competing. Jesus. Honestly, honestly, I'm just pleased that I remembered Rock Lee. I'm shocked that I remembered anyone from that series. I have never the whole ninjas in orange jumpsuits thing really put me off and never caught my interest. Call my name. Now everything will be okay. That smile on my face is this darker day. And me will all be safe. I I cannot sing. Rocket League is a super neat concept within the series, and they do practically nothing with. Yeah, I remember seeing the other. Like I've seen a load of death battles, and I remember him. I remember seeing him versus the guy from um One Piece, the kicking dude, the chef, and um and like yeah, it's a super interesting concept. Someone who by necessity has to eschew all of the spiritual training. Like these are all series I have never felt an interest in. Yeah, it like yeah, take having someone who eschews all of the spiritual training due to necessity and like just making it work um through raw strength and yeah, through raw strength and skill. I have a couple of characters that do that kind of concept. Um, okay, there we go. So I used to be a turbo anime nerd. So the names of the big series stick with me. I'm not okay. I may be judging just a little, but it's like the big series just never hit for me as a thing. Um, I never got caught. I never got interested in Dragon Ball, um, One Piece, Bleach, Naruto, any of those kind of main ones. Like I watched like a couple of seasons of Fairy Tail until I realized that the plot of every season was exactly the same, like beat for beat exactly the same, and just completely got bored of the fan service one. Um, like the only kind of quote unquote, I think actually, there's a couple of better known ones now that I've picked up. Like the most, I think the most well known one that I have seen is Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, and like I love that. That I consider one of the best pieces of animated fiction for me. Um, like it is. It's like it's such like it's so well written, just generally speaking. There are some, there are some jokes that get a little bit tired later on, but like yeah, I genuinely consider it just one of the best pieces of animated fiction, or I guess um, or I guess it would be uh, it's not even that because it's manga, right? That's been copied, that's been made into an anime. But like that one was a big deal for me. Um, after that, I think the next best known one I've watched would be Soul Eater. Um, and of course, by extension, I've seen most um, of Fire Force. I absolutely adore Fire Force's audio design. And, like, I'm really glad that they didn't do the issue that Soul Eater did, where the combat got less clever as it went on. Yeah, they're fun. I think both of them are pretty good. It's just it's a thing that a lot of anime does, and I get it's because of the animation budget, but a lot of anime will do the thing where early on or during development stages they will establish the technique of the people facing it. Like the very first episode, where you're introduced to Makara Alban, it it demonstrates that she is a very apt fighter. She is agile and like skilled with a scythe. Like she knows what she's doing. But after that, after that, given that that has been established, they kind of stop. So yes, the later they get into the series, the less they'll show the actual technique and more just it'll be a slap fight with the skill being implied and being and like um the like the thing I hate the thing I hate most is power levels. Anything where they start actually lost interest in solely to post Chrono Fight. I go back to the manga occasionally, but um and the manga the anime ends much sooner than the manga. Um the anime never went to the anime never went to the moon. I must admit, in terms of the manga, I never really was keeping up with it, but um I similarly led to I similarly like when I did try the manga, I did similarly kind of lose interest after the Corona fight or during the Corona fight actually. But yeah, the power levels thing. It's not even necessarily that they end up. It's not even that they always end up superfluous or often become superfluous. It's they'll end up being used as a shorthand for why someone wins. Like Overlord season one was I loved that first season because Ainz was being clever. He didn't know what exactly he was up against, and because a game world had become a real one, so he was playing his cards conservatively because he didn't know what he was dealing with yet. But then season two happened, and suddenly a load of the old game mechanics are back, and he doesn't have to care about that anymore. So and what was it? Seven Deadly Sins is terrible for it. They just jump to they jump to power levels as the default way of explaining what someone's deal is, and like it's just kind of a given if you if your power level is lower than someone else's, you've lost. It's just how it is. Talking shitty enemy power scaling. The more stable may disappear if someone comes in. Welcome back. Yeah, kinda. We're talking about the ways it's presented, or at least I am. Don't know what anyone else is talking about. I can't keep track of what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm just talking about how some animes have just horrendous ways of exactly two characters in STS, and that's because of their sins. I like I like Pride. I think he's in. I think he's got an interesting. I think his gimmick is interesting, but STS was always garbage. I can kind of get that. Just kind of sucks. But I first brought it up in the context of Overlord. How Overlord started being clever about it and then just kind of gave up. Oh right, this is head. Escanor and Diane, the giant lady. Yeah. I I'm mixed on Diane, but I can understand. um, Escanor, yeah, Escanor is just interesting, um, especially with what the later stuff revealed about his feelings about his power. Um, for love of my for more my love of Kamen Rider, some of these roofs are too high. Is that like a place? Is that like a commentary on the places they fight in, or? Oh, damn. Oh, well. No. Clean this away. Rooftop fights are fairly common. Like Overlord is still the one that really bugged me. Like people just yeah. Uh, Overlord is the one that really bugged me in all of that. Like a lot of these series, I'm not big on in the first place, so I was just able to kind of whatever. But Yeah, Overlord was the one that really kind of disappointed me. Overlord bugged me now when I realised no one stand a chance on the jump because they made all the interesting conflict setting background. Yeah, it's just Ainz winning and it ain't anything special anymore. Damn it. There we go. No, see, now Overlord know the characters and stuff are osmosis makes sense. They're mostly couple then. Yeah, they too many end up just being uh, kind of suddenly being just evolving into power trips. That Slim can solo TBC. Well, that's the case of anything that comes um with a power consumption thing. That's sent twice. Um, I one that kind of surprised me in terms of what it did was Overly Cautious Hero. That one did okay. Because while that made the hero while that made the hero basically unstoppable by most threats, it didn't let them win with it. Setting is also just busted because at level 1 anyone else would die. Mm. We'll admit that I have a slight fondness for those cultivation type series. No, they're basically power scale the series, but still I just find them neat. We all have our guilty pleasures. I mean, like I have one of my favorite book series ever is literally A World of Hats. It's terrible world design, but I still enjoy it. Yeah. It's like how the video game that I have played the most, or I have completed the most times, is Deus Ex Human Revolution. It's not a very good game, but it's just I have fun in it. This isn't so much about what we enjoy. This is more like the conversation's more about like this stuff isn't very good. It's irrelevant as to whether or not we enjoy it. Granted, a part of me has to ask what the point of anything is when you can erase a planet. Ow. Sorry, everything clicked again. I mean, no, I'm generally in that same boat. There's a point where these series really just kind of lose interest to me. Which is why I'm still very slowly working through Mushishi, because it ain't that. It's definitely not that. Actually, that's a thing. Who cares if music's found from AMVs? It's good music. Oh, perfect. You're gonna have to run because as a Canadian, they have like no data a month. Expensive hit. Ouch. Well, thanks for sticking around as long as you did. It's been nice having you around, and hopefully I'll see you again some other time. Back again. No, we have lost the terminus. Oh, Fall, I'm not sure how well you can see the stream, but based on what you mentioned about putting the based on what you mentioned about putting some actual rose iconography in, I started with the pupils. Oh, damn. Maybe. It's alright, take your time. No rush for any of this. Right. Do this. Back to you. Difficult photos where more people show up usually are. So do like the eyes. That's good. Good, good. I'm on the right track then. Go, go, go work. Probably should make the laugh lines as such, shall I, given that he's not quite got those perfected. Okay, I can clear a couple of those out. Soften them up a little. Like I said, go work. You've got a job to do. I'm in denial. It's a mild syndrome. It's okay if I'm a bit unstable. Doing just fine on. Actual face muscles do have funny effects. True. It's dead now. That was quick. Okay, now we get to do the big hair part. But anyway, though, due to buffers, as you will. Especially if it's something you're. God, my thing's twitching. Yeah. You'll be seeing this. You'll be seeing the done line art fairly soon anyway. Take nothing slow, cards of life on your cheek. We out here. Uh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Which thing I touch. Love, never loved so much. Just, it's all fat bits. Truth or not at all. Done with everything. God, that's the. Yeah, that's all. That's all in the head. Oh no. Oh, it's here now. Okay. Wonder why to my face you lie. You're the one to blame. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Show truth or not at all. And walk away with everything. Once a temple, now a tomb. Step to me, I bury you. Light and walk away. Done with everything. Once a temple, now two. Step to me, I bury you. Light the match and walk away. Done with everything. demons anymore. Sad to see you reason from before. Shadows in the night, see truth through crimson eyes. Take me home where the restless go, till the day I rest my bones. Save my soul. Till the day I rest my soul. Just trying to save my soul. Okay, that's the hair. God, I'm just nervous about that hand at this point. That over there, that there. Trying to save my soul. Stand up in a row. In stone. Take me home where the cold wind blows. No grave can hold me down. Wide awake so don't make a sound. Now, escaping now. And that might be better. We're at the end. No, I've still got still going to be on for another hour or so. Things run a little bit later on Saturday at the moment, or will for a while. Probably have a rose in hair like she did when she was younger. I can add that very easily. Well, as easily as roses can be added. I was actually considering it. I was mainly focused on like big sections before I worried about the small like goopy hairdo. Yeah, I figured. So what I ended up going with was big goop down one side, and then it kind of transitions into the hair on the other. Let's do that. That's better. Yeah, that's much better. Can't see past this side of the body anyway. All right. I like to imagine as she grew older, she started actually using and learning about her psionics. What kind of powers does she have? Because I don't think they were ever quite nailed down. His cave. probably a very basic version of the Illithid/Allplex kit part, which doesn't use the whole memory reading and blasting and such. Catch a glimpse. It's making sense. Just and like this. Smiles. All the way she smiles. Yeah, like, so obviously she can shapeshift to Shaitan's mass, she can become a full village, telekinesis, and telepathy. Loaded question for two reasons. Of course, she wouldn't be perfect like a natural Oblex. Presumably not. Maybe it depends on the start. Sometimes hybrids are more dangerous, depending on the situation. Like, that's the reason metals alloy. To mix stuff up, but it wouldn't be a mimicry. The the question is, it's a question that's worth asking on this channel. How does she gain mass? And like, based on what you told me of her backstory, she would theoretically already have quite a lot. Food probably, it's one of those. Okay, so we're looking at right hand. A silly thought occurred to me because for this hand, but I she just chooses to stay small at this stage because she doesn't like getting stuck and having to become more goopy. I'm surprised that she dislikes being goopy. She dislikes the slime form. I had the dumb thought, it's like, I was just about to ask how much of a nerd is she, because I almost wanted to have her doing the um, um, live well and prosper gesture. No, there is no Star Trek. Unfortunate. You heard it here, folks. Star Trek is a figment of your imagination. Okay, so the hand is roughly half a forearm. So it should. That is the point of the reach. That's about. Okay, the finger is. Yeah, the palm is longer than that. So. Goes to that, which then means we've got 1, 2, 3. That's not right. Single customer, what did I miss? Just just me uh just me shattering people's reality by explaining that Star Trek is in fact a figment of all our imaginations. So nothing serious. Though of greater import, the fact that I remembered that to be able to tell you. Like every time I remember something that I say on stream, I am shocked because my memory is um, that of a goldfish. Specifically, that of a goldfish for stuff that I have said. Like, I can remember what people tell me, but I can't remember shit for what I say. Is that right? That's actually about right. Okay, which means that one's there. This one will come out to about, let's see here. No, her true size is true size is Corwin. And then that one's a full digit shorter, so that's more like there. Out a bit. And then the thumb has to be able to make it to there, which means so it means that puts the thumb out there. Man, I have I have very few under I have very little idea as to any of the terminology involved in all of this, but I have got a decent idea of how to measure shapes. Now, also, it is wild to me. It is just wild to me how I found out that there are artists who get like gatekeepery about people using reference images. Like, what the fuck? Why would that be a thing to block people on? Oh, oh bollocks! That's my template size. Mm, that is the hand. Put that down to that. Busy all of a sudden, then back. It's all right. I will be carrying on regardless. Right then. So now we start with. Every move I make, one step back. Every breath that I take, eyesight fade to black. Can I win this war? So full size accidentally realised she doesn't like getting stuck indoors, even though she probably still lives with Lucy. To be fair, most people don't. It isn't exactly a common preference to like getting stuck in things. So like I can understand that. It's not like it's not like it's a particularly Corwin thing to like it. Like most of the that's what hefters probably do when there's something they like is around. I mean, um, I don't think any of the hefters actually enjoy it. I think they just think it's fun. I think it's just they probably have fun with it, but it's not necessarily a thing they like. Hmm. I'm restarting this song. I didn't even click the title to listen to it, and it's kind of one of my favorites right now. But yeah, I don't think it's quite that much of a thing for the hefters, but Makara certainly enjoys it. I'd say. All right, wrong way around. Who else does? I reckon Thelian probably doesn't like it. For Thunder, it's likely more amusing. Um, last star is shining, becomes my past. I realize. eyes, a remedy at last. Finally, my stars are aligning. My present becomes my past. I realize that every cloud has a silver lining. God, there I went. Cloud has a silver lining. So, disagree. So, so you'll survive. Want you ain't alive. Nobody puts up a fight. Down a hill. Been all these do what I wanna do. 'Cause I wasn't built to lose. Want you ain't alive. He puts up a fight. Die, die. Popping his pill. Time to be good. Oh, right, that's the problem I'm having. Currently, the suit goes straight into the hand. That's almost tempting to do just because there's a shape-shifting mishap, but I think that might be a bit too much. The cuffs. Don't mind me just having to lean out of frame to look at. No, not shopping. I don't want to buy suit cuffs. So, some of my sing sad song, sing a sad song, all part of my. To follow the bottom, suggest them. So how to solve this? My heart to swallow. Now it sinks in slow. Is a shallow dust. Keep tracking of those skies. Mm. One thing real quick, when she was younger and figured out how to split her consciousness into different bodies, she 100% pranked herself. I can kind of see that, though. What would that look like? Would that be like, because the Obelix consciousness isn't an actual splitting thing. It's just appearing to have multiple bodies. Or is this more from the Illithid side, the whole hive mind thing? Either or, because yeah, no, because like yeah, I'm pretty sure the Obelix stuff is what it's still only one brain. It's still only one consciousness. It's very good at multitasking and appearing to be multiple people, and like the other stuff maybe, but even then, that's still a connected mind. Um, it's like yeah, okay. I don't know. No. You know what? Let's go all in on the. Uh, I blame I blame Fry fuckery. No, Fry from Futurama. He's the real one. He's the one really responsible for all this. Or just a mistake at the grill. Okay, let's take a copy of that. Place that over here for safekeeping. Sometimes I've got illithid have funny transformations for non-humanoids. I don't know much about the illithid, I'll be totally honest with you. Back to the body and start clearing bits up. Thank God that button still worked. Stick down this road. I created more. I was born in devastation and reforms. Start deconstruct. Kissed. Conflict with the utmost of intention. And both doors, without creating more. I feel like I was born. Devastation and reform. What is reconstruct? Let's start. Oops. These wrongs right. And wherever is a next time. This failure is a blessing in disguise. I just like to imagine everyone was relieved when they realised Rose doesn't have to do any of the awkward puberty stuff. Probably. Um, Possibly, like, yeah, probably still had to do the whole mental maturity thing, but yeah, there's presumably a load of stuff that just kind of got skipped, or or was settled by a conversation to just kind of explain what happens in those stages. Like I could see that as like a here here is what you could have won. Let's plug you and put you there. Get rid of that for now. Close that for now as well. There we go. Oh, remove the template. So, weapon this. So I'm just needing to make a note to on something. Okay. So, yeah, it's better. Wait. Yeah, I can merge those two as well. Right, okay. Within the lungs of steel, cosmic ordeal, and claw. 1,000 years ago. Night my heart. It's there. In search of crystal ball. To claim space throne. Stack up your arms. First on fire, there's no end in sight. Holy raging, there will find your destiny. Universe on fire, guiding light. Universe on fire, no end in sight. Holy reaching, find my destiny. So here we stand on opposing sides. Selves with the ones we've done. Name them off one by one. Let's go to war. Screaming at the ones we love. We forgot who we can trust. Top of our lungs. That's a good start because that implies there's a leaf here, there's a petal here, but the rest was going a bit. The rest was going a bit wrong. minds where we feel safe. Do we flow? Are we drunk on the chemical? Feeling in my bone. Shout, tell you to fuck off. Heart and I got your soul. Are we better off alone? Every battle we lose a little more. For everything that you died for. You are everything that I died for. Sweet love, God we can trust. Where we feel safe. And we've got here we go. It's best. They can't go. Head on. It's all non-profit. It was a joke. Come stand up, come. Gonna flaunt. We, I can do the right. Told to do. Moving up. just have the flower unless you want to have a random green. Um, so either way, I think the little bit of green could be good to break up the colors. Because my thinking is, like, I'm getting obviously, yeah, there's the leaves in. Just, because one thing as well is I get the little kind of spits that's, if I can find it. And my thinking is, if I put a little bit of green and then merge it, make it flow into the color of the hair, that'll continue with the feeling of things being a little bit off by having the entire shape of the flower essentially kind of having emerged from the hair rather than looking necessarily like it's pinned in. Um, like like I if in the case of if it was something just pinned in, I would still have probably gone like with like shorter leaves that curl up a bit more. But these ones this way, it kind of it puts the feeling of it's like it's there, but there is still something off. I'm trying to capture that in a few places because there was the ear as you suggested. There's obviously the hair being goopy, the rose wobbles. Mine do. Mine wobble. Wait. Do you mean my roses? Do you mean the rose, or do you mean the rose? Because there's a few there's a few wobbling roses at the moment. Ah, what I'm gonna do smoke in here. Tuck that into there. Okay. Either way, looking at the time, I think it is about time I sent us to someone. So let me just queue up raid to my usual friend. So that's a good person to send art to. Um, After this, I guess I'll be double checking any tweaks that need to be made. Don't have anyone else doing art now. been a rather productive it's been a rather productive stream this time. So, you know what, I'm going to slightly change that. Do Slammy Spring Descends upon the stream because it's just better. Yeah, I'll probably be doing tweaks to this after I deal with everything else on my end. Next week, more Blasphemous, more art, probably something new. Thanks for stopping by. So, until spring rises once more on another wonderful day.